What do you think was happening in the narrative?
I think that the singer was in love with the woman and he met her at the beach and she was like walking down and he was like admiring her, and then he started looking at her a lot and he fell in love with her, but then she ended up with another guy, so he was heartbroken, and then at the end it was like a different filter, so it was like he was imagining being with her and that's what he wanted to happen, but he was just lonely.
I think that the main singer of the band has broken up with his girlfriend, and throughout the video he sees her with another guy and he's jealous and he wishes they were back together.
I believe the main singer seemed to be in love with the girl, who clearly expressed more interest in another guy, and therefore you could clearly see how he was disappointed in her not showing him absolutely any attention.
Okay, so after watching the video, what features do you think were the most effective?
I like how it starts and ends with the scene. I think it's quite effective because it sets the scene, and I like how it's him and Jacob playing the guitar as well in a lot of the shots, which is quite effective. And at the end, when it goes from his imagination to real life, it goes from like him being lonely and then him and Jess, and it's like a different effect, and then him being lonely, and then which is effective because it shows like his emotions. And I like the part where the camera goes round and it's like him and Jess, and then the camera goes round and then it's just him. That was really effective.
I think that the 360-degree pan of the camera was really effective, especially when it sped up to go back round to him standing by himself. And then also towards the end of the video there was an old style effect that I think really worked well.
I liked the colour flash that was used in the girl when in the verses, and I also liked the 360-degree turn where all of a sudden she disappeared. And I also think that the video was cut to the beat really well.
So were there any parts within the video that you felt were confusing or that you think I should have changed?
In the arcade, there was a lot of, in some of the shots it was just like him staring at Jess and she was like staring in the other direction, and in the arcade she was on the thing and he was behind and he just turned around like this, and it was a bit uncomfortable. To maybe make that a little bit more natural rather than him staring at her, like maybe them talking or something. And when he was singing, he needs to move his lips a bit more because with them two together it makes him look a bit like robotic, but that was unusually hard.
I feel like the main singer could have moved his mouth a bit more because at some points it looked like he wasn't actually saying the words. And then also there's a shot of the girl in the arcade where you filmed her eyes, and I feel like it would have looked effective if she'd looked up at the camera.
I think at one point the actor was quite inconsistent with the way he looked, since he didn't wear sunglasses instead of normal glasses. And I think that's the only bit that should have been changed, because that would have just been more consistent throughout the video.
What genre of music do you think that the music video was supposed to represent?
Indie.
I would say probably indie music.
At first I thought it would represent pop, but then after seeing the magazine poster and the digipack, I think it does represent indie.
What elements within the music video and the auxiliary tasks, so that's the digipack and the magazine, did you think represented that this was the genre?
I think altogether everything was kind of gloomy looking, and the song's about an island in the sun, but it was kind of the opposite of that. So even though they were wearing Hawaiian flower necklaces, the weather was really gloomy and kind of miserable, and it just had like a lo-fi vibe.
I think you can see that they did record this and they tried to purposely make it look like it was a low resource video, and I think that's quite a that's a characteristic that you quite see in indie quite a lot.
The fact that there's only two of them just stood there, and it's quite a chilled out setting, so it's on the beach, so it's not going to be like heavy metal, and it kind of gives like a chill vibe, which is what the music is. And the only instrument is a guitar, so it looks like it's going to be quite laid back.
Do you think there was a reoccurring theme across the music video and the ancillary tasks? And if so, what features do you think showed this?
Yes, I think there was, and throughout all three things they were wearing the same clothes and it looked moody, and also the same font was used on all three as well.
Yeah, so you could clearly see that the location was the same across all three of these, and so was the font.
The mood is exactly the same because it's the same setting, so with the sky and the sea in the background, that same mood is in the music video, as well as their facial expressions. It's very moody, and their costumes are the same. So it's the same colours as well, with the poster and the CD and the music video.